Hi everyone. So today we are going to discuss lattices, its definition and properties of lattices. So moving forward, now before discussing lattices, there are few topics we need to discuss, and that are joint semilattice, mid semilattice, lattice and properties of lattice. Now you all may be confusing that since this joint semilattice and mid semilattice is looking like types of lattice, but no, actually it is not the types of lattice. It is basically, when we will see the definition of lattice, then we will see that it is combination of joint and mid semilattice. So I hope it is clear that why we are discussing joint semilattice and mid semilattice before discussing lattice. Now coming to joint semilattice. So what is joint semilattice? So first see the definition. What definition say? That if in a poset LUB, LUB means lowest upper bound, or it is also known as joint, exists for every pair of element, then that poset is known as joint semilattice. So what it is saying? It is saying that in a poset, if every element have a least upper bound of itself, then it is known as joint semilattice. Now here is two examples, but before discussing these two complex examples, first of all discuss two simple examples. Just consider this. I am making a figure like this and I am making a figure like this. Okay. I am writing here A, here I am writing B, and here I am writing C. Same here, I am writing A, I am writing B, and I am writing C. Now, considering this picture, what definition say? That every pair should have one least upper bound. So, consider A and C. So, A and C, C is upper bound, and since there is no element above C, so C will be lower upper bound. Considering A and B, B is upper bound, and since no element is above B, so B will be lowest upper bound. But when we see pair B and C, there is no any upper bound for B and C. So if there is no any upper bound, then there will be no any least upper bound. So what we can conclude? We can conclude that since in this figure all the pairs of elements do not have least upper bound, so this figure is not a joint semilattice. Now coming to the second picture. Pair A and C, C is the least upper bound. Pair B and C, C is the least upper bound. And for pair A and B, C is the least upper bound. So what we can see? We can see that here all the pairs have one least upper bound. So this is joint semilattice. Now there is a short trick for finding it is figure is joint semilattice or not. If the figure have single top just like this, then it is confirmed that it will be a joint. Then sorry, it is not confirmed that it will be a joint semilattice, but we can consider the fact that it can be a joint semilattice. But if in a figure there is no any single top, then directly we can say that it is not a joint semilattice. I hope it is clear. So coming to these two pictures, see, is there any upper bound in this picture for F and G? No. So directly we can say that this figure is not a joint semilattice. Now see here, 30 is the single top. So now we can consider this figure for finding that it is joint semilattice or not. So first of all, see pair 1 and 3. What will 3 will be the least upper bound. Pair 1 and 2, 2 will be the least upper bound. So we can see that every pair have one single top. See, every pair have one single top. So this figure is joint semilattice. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay, now we will discuss mid semilattice. Okay, so first we will see the definition. So what definition say? That if in a poset GLB means greatest lower bound, which is also known as mid, exists for every pair of element, then that poset is known as mid-similarities. Means if in a poset for every pair there exists a greatest lower bound, then it will be known as mid-similarities. Again, we have taken the same example, but before that we will discuss two simple examples. So let us consider this figure and this figure. Sorry, it wait a second. Mm, this figure. Now we have written A, B, C. Now see, for A and B, A is greatest lower bound. For B and C, B is greatest lower bound. But for pair A and B, there is no greatest lower bound. Again see, for A and C, A will be lower bound and it will be greatest lower bound. For B and C, B will be lower bound and it will be a greatest lower bound. But for A and B, there is no lower bound. Then if there is no lower bound, then there will be no greatest lower bound also. So this will not be a mid-similarities. Now consider this A, B and C. Now for A and B, A is greatest lower bound. For A and C, again A is greatest lower bound. And for B and C, again A is greatest lower bound. So in this figure, for every pair, there exists a greatest lower bound. So this will be a mid-similarities. Now again, in joint similarities, I have discussed a short trick. Here also I will discuss a short trick. If in any figure, single bottom will be there, then we can consider it for checking that it is mid similarities or not. But if in any figure there is no single bottom, then directly we can say that this figure is not mid similarities. So what we have to remember? Single bottom, single bottom. Uh, So if single bottom is not there, then we can directly say that the given figure is not mid similarities. And if single bottom is there, then we will consider for checking that figure is mid similarities or not. Now see these two examples. Say here, for A and B, is there any single bottom? No. So directly we can say that it is not a mid similarities. Now say here, for every pair there is a single bottom, sorry, not top. See for this, for 2 and 1 also this, for 5 and 1 also this. So what we can say that this figure is mid similarities. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now coming to our main topic, lattices. So again we will see the definition. What definition say? That a poset is called lattice if it is both joint similarities and mid similarities. Now see how simple the definition of lattices became. Just we have to know what is joint similarities and what is mid similarities. Now it is now it could have been clear that why we have discussed joint similarities and mid similarities before discussing lattices. Now we all know that what is joint similarities and what is mid similarities. If in joint similarities what happened? If greatest lower bound is there for every pair, and in mid what happened? If lowest upper bound is there for every pair. So again we have taken the same example, because these two example it will be clear that which type of poset is lattice and which type of poset is not a lattice. So consider the first picture. Now neither it is joint, neither it is mid, so it will not be a lattice. Now if you remember this picture, that it was also a joint similarities and it was also a mid similarities. So according to definition, it fulfills the demand of lattices, or it fulfills the criteria of lattices. So it will be a lattice. So mathematically we can say that if A comma B belongs to poset P, Okay, and A join B belongs to P, and A meet B belongs to P, then that poset will be known as lattices. I hope it is clear. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the last topic of the day, which is properties of lattices. Now, properties of lattices are very simple. There are four properties, and we will discuss all four bit by bit. Okay. So first property is idempotency law. What it states? It states that A meet A equal to A and A join A equal to A. Next one is commutative law. What it states? It states that A meet B equal to B meet A and A join B equal to B join A. I think this law is same as all commutative law, just as we see that A plus B equal to B plus A. So just like A plus B equal to B plus A, here it came A meet B equal to B meet A and A join B equal to B join A. Next came associative law. What it states? That A meet B taken together and then taken meet with C equal to A taken meet with B and C meet together. Similarly, A join B taken together and then taken with join C is equal to A join with B join C. I think this law also we have learnt before, that A plus B taken together plus C equal to A plus B, sorry, plus C. Next one is absorption law. What it say? That A meet A join B equal to A and A join A meet B equal to A. So I hope all these simple properties of lattices are clear. So thank you, and we end our session for today here only. See you soon.